What's up guys, Shawnee Dogs here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you what is perhaps the absolute easiest way to get a nuke within Call of Duty World War II. Before you guys ask, yes, this is the beta, but the reason I'm making this video so early is because there is nothing that they can do, any drastic changes that they will make that will make it any harder to get a nuke using this method. And I wanted to show you guys at least this first full round completely uncut of this domination game so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing unedited. And if you're curious to know what exactly I have on this class, I'm using the STG-44. You could always go back and rewind. It does show at the beginning of this gameplay, but I'm using the infantry division because that allows you to carry an extra attachment. I've been using this STG-44 quite a bit. I'm telling you right now, if the full game's already out when you're watching this, automatic rifles are going to utterly dominate in this game. Sure, the PPSH is really good. Some people might prefer using submachine guns with a running gun sort of playstyle. That is actually how I was playing the game personally until this new map came out, Aachen. I switched over to the STG and I have not looked back. This thing almost kills as fast as your submachine guns, but you can also pick people off at long range, which is exactly what you need if you're going to be going on a nuke streak. You're not going to want to engage in all of those short range gunfights because those are a little bit risky. Even if you're better than someone, all it takes is that one little slip up, that one bullet that doesn't hit them, you're going to lose the gunfight and die. So it's much easier to get a nuke when you're not in the front lines. You can just pick people off at range. That's what you want to be doing. Even in this gameplay, there was a guy sniping on the other team. He was doing pretty well. Every time I saw him a lot on the kill feed. He was picking off my teammates that were trying to snipe, or anytime they tried to get in that trolley in the back of the map. So yes, you do have to be aware of the sniping threat. That all has to do with your positioning. You don't want to get caught out in the middle of the street in mid-map. You're going to get sniped 9 times out of 10. It's just not smart to go over there. Instead, you see me taking position over by this library, this burned down building area, because this is one of the best power positions on the map. I definitely think that this side of the map is much better than the other side, at least for nuke streaks. There's a lot that you can do here. You're going to see me take advantage of quite a few things. I'll go over that in detail in just a second and explain the entire strategy. But before I go ahead and do that, I want to make something very clear to you guys. This is not normally how I play. I just wanted to give you a nice template game to follow, and it's very easy to replicate. This was very early on. I had not even had that much playtime on this game. You'll see once I go on the 15 kill streak, I got the medal for doing that 5 times. So I hadn't even gone on that many streaks in this game. This was actually my first nuke. I've since gotten 5 more. I've gotten a lot better at the game. So what you're seeing right now is when I wasn't even all that good. So it should be just that much easier to follow because I'm not really trying to outmuscle the enemy team. It's all just strategy and trying to make the right moves at the right time. Now, the one other thing that I want to mention, I can give you guys every guide in the world, try to make this as easy as possible, but I wouldn't say that there's exactly an easy way to get a nuke. There are ways to make it easier and different strategies that you can follow, certain class setups that you can use, but at the end of the day, a lot of it is going to come down to your gun skill. If you can't outgun the guy that you're shooting at, no strategy in the world is going to allow you to go on a 30 kill streak. It's just not going to happen. You got to be consistent in your gameplay, and I make all sorts of tips and guides for you guys to get better at the game. I have an entire tips and tricks playlist on my channel so you guys can get as good at the game as possible and know all the important details and changes to make to your playstyle so that you can become an effective Call of Duty player. When I was going back over this gameplay and looking at all the different elements that I used here on this nuke streak, there is one super important thing, probably more important than anything else, and it doesn't even have anything to do with this map, and that is when I picked up the PPSH. That makes you 100 times more effective. I know in Infinite Warfare, when I was playing that and giving you guys tips and tricks for that game, I didn't really tell you a lot about picking up weapons because it wasn't entirely necessary. You could easily outmuscle your enemy team if you were good at the movement system. In this game, the movement system gets stripped away. It is all about gun skill, using the right gun in the right position, and if you have a submachine gun and an assault rifle, you are covered from pretty much all angles. If you need to rush in, you can. If someone tries to rush you, you pull out that submachine gun, you gun them down real quick, you take out your assault rifle, you continue picking people off. There is no doubt in my mind that those 2 or 3 key gunfights that I won with the PPSH, if I had my STG out, I probably would have lost them. It's common sense. If you're going to engage in a close range gunfight, you need to be using a close range weapon. And I didn't mention this earlier, I'm not using the infantry division for no reason. Everything has a purpose because you can have that extra attachment. What I have on this STG is grip, extended mags, and rapid fire. All of these things will drastically reduce your time to kill and make the weapon as effective as possible. If you notice, I did not say quick draw. That's because this is not a run and gun sort of playstyle. You're not going to need to bring your weapon up quickly because you're not going to want to be in those types of gunfights anyway where you have to ready up your weapon as quickly as possible. That means you're getting way too close to the enemy and it's all about reaction time. Most of the kills that I got on this streak have nothing to do with reaction time. It's just I'm in a smart position and I'm picking off the enemy before they get a chance to shoot me. What you guys are seeing right now, I'm just sitting pretty. I ended the first round on a 24 kill streak, so I only needed 6 more. There's no need for me to run out there. I have an entire 100 points left in domination. That's one of the main reasons why I picked this game mode for you guys to follow, because even if you're absolutely destroying the other team, the matches take a very long time, usually longer than most, if not all, other game modes. The only thing that really takes that long is hardpoint, but if you're destroying the other team, those can get ended earlier than you would like. So you have your STG, you have your attachments, your mindset, the game type that you're going into, what types of gunfights you want to engage in. Now the rest is pretty much all up to you. You saw, I guess I got lucky, you could say. I mean, you have a 50% chance of starting off on that side that I did, but you could always just try to sneak through the library or all the way through this right side of the map and try to flip the spawns, because this side, this car that I'm on right here, that's really the only good power position on the map from this side. I didn't really take advantage of that car spot because there was a guy sniping on the other team and where he was aiming at was very close to where I was, and I didn't want to take any chances. So you see me playing very passively. All of the work was done in one round. You basically are playing for those paratroopers because those are what are going to give you the majority of your kills. That being said, I don't want to place too much emphasis on the score streaks because I'm not sure what will happen in the full game. If your score streak kills will count towards your nuke streak, if there will even be an actual nuke in the game besides just the medal. But I wouldn't worry about it too much because even if your score streak kills don't count towards your streak, I wouldn't be using these streaks. I would be using all support streaks. Hopefully they'll have something like the Hater or the Blackbird from previous Call of Duties, and that would honestly make things even easier than having to rely on your AI paratroopers. But here again, even on the bad side, I guess you could call it, I managed to pick up a sniper and I'm using that second weapon to my advantage. I'm picking off people, not risking anything on this score streak. You want to be using the right weapon for the right time. There is a lot of situations where you don't want to be engaging with an assault rifle. When I play Infinite Warfare, you guys who have watched my gameplays, how many times do you see me camping? Almost never. But the main reason I'm doing it here is because anything can happen. This is no longer jetpacks, this is boots on the ground. At any moment, someone can throw a random grenade, you're instantly dead. Someone can flank, PPSH, boom, you're dead. Behind, you had no chance. There's no reaction time involved. It is all about the decisions that you make. This game is very unforgiving and you don't want to make any mistakes. On the first side, even when I pushed out completely into the enemy spawn, I never stayed there for more than like 2 or 3 kills, and even when I was pushing with my paratroopers at my side, I still almost got flanked and killed from behind. I had to pull out that PPSH to take out that sniper, or I would have been dead. Here, even after I got my second set of paratroopers pretty much locking in the nuke streak, they didn't manage to get me up to those 30 kills. I was stuck at 29 trying to get this last kill, and I was basically sitting in the very back of the map, and still I almost took a death. You're gonna see here in a few seconds, while I'm parading in the back going left and right, someone starts capturing C. So someone managed to push all the way up into our spawn. If I was pushed up, I'm sure he had like a submachine gun. I probably would have lost that gunfight. Maybe he would have even been behind me. But because I stayed in the back, all the work was done for me the first round. I was able to pick him off right there. Boom, there's the nuke streak, 30 vicious metal. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There was nothing too flashy that I did here. I just wasn't playing like an idiot. I was playing to go on a kill streak and did just that. Now, a couple of pointers here at the end. I'm not going into like super great detail about the specifics where exactly to go because it's going to vary from game to game. It really depends on what weapons your enemy team is using. Like if there's a lot of snipers, then obviously you're going to want to be rushing a lot more. It all just depends on the exact situation. And lastly, if you're playing against a party, even like a 2 or a 3 man, a small one, chances are you're not gonna get a nuke. This is boots on the ground. Even if the players aren't all that great, they have communication, something that you're not gonna have as a solo player, which is what I do most of the time. The instant one of them sees you, they're gonna call you out exactly where you are on the map. You might get pre-naded, you might get swarmed by 2 or 3 people, but it's not gonna work out in your favor. In Infinite Warfare, even against like 5 and 6 man parties, there were some times where I was able to get a nuke. Boots on the ground is a different story. If you're not playing solo players or a really bad party of teammates, it's very difficult to get a nuke. Not every lobby is a nuke lobby, and you always gotta play smart. So I hope that you guys found this video helpful. Hopefully it makes it easier for you to get your very first nuke on this game. If you did enjoy, please be sure to drop a like, comment down below with any thoughts or questions you may have, and as always, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new for some more great videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.